everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Potato, and welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and we're back again today to watch another AMBERLYNN read vlog. Now, every once in a while, I do get messages and comments saying, like, I'm tired of AMBERLYNN, I'm bored of AMBERLYNN, and I just want to remind you of the opportunities you have to watch some non-AMBERLYNN read content from thezacharymike. Yesterday, I uploaded a video to react to King Cobra JFS. I also regularly react to all kinds of other things on the YouTubies over on my Twitch channel. Now, if you don't want to download the Twitch app, which is free, everything is free. You can watch me for free if you want to. But if you don't want to download the Twitch app or watch it on the Twitch website on your desktop browser, you can also go to my second channel called Zachary Michael, also where I re-upload the reaction portion of my Twitch streams. We've got some juicy Dollar Tree community drama going on over there that we'll be covering the next few days over there. So please feel free to join us either on Twitch or the re-upload channel for that if you're interested. I know sometimes because people are just like super invested in AMBERLYNN that they're like, well, I know everything there is to know about AMBERLYNN. I just want to hear your takes on AMBERLYNN. That's fine, but if you want to give some other folks a try, you're welcome to join the community over on my second channel or in one of these other videos. Sometimes we're learning about things and new YouTubers together, and sometimes, like with some of this Dollar Tree haul content drama, we're not, but I'm happy if you're in the live Twitch chat to catch you up to speed as best as I can. If I'm able to, or other people in the chat will be happy to help you figure things out as well. So come join us for those things. But otherwise, today we got a brand new AMBERLYNN read video to react to. It's called Lies Exposed plus New Weight Loss Challenge. Ugh. Bar, weigh-in, and what I ate today. Oh my god, let me take a drink. Also, do you like my little fish bowl drink container thing? My friend Mona got this for me. How fun is it? It's got a little goldfish on the straw. It's so fun. I think people in my Twitch chat told me you could get them at the Target, like, dollar section. I don't really know for sure, because obviously I didn't buy it, but if you're interested, maybe go check that out and look there. But otherwise, let's get to, shall we? Also, can I just say, I'm kind of over how every single video title, like the past 3 or 4 videos, has been about lies and lies exposed and like clickbaits. I mean, I guess because of that, I will take some stupid new weight loss challenge that she's gonna quit in a few weeks. But I'm sick of the videos with the titles about the lies. I'm over it. I want to move on from the lies.
Hey guys, welcome to
Hi.
So in this video, there's gonna be 3 segments.
Oh,
the first
God.
one is we're gonna talk more about this whole doxing of the surgeon, my surgeon. Like, there are still more questions that are being asked. So I want to be as
here's one thing I will clarify just on my end about things. All right, okay. There's a lot of issues and concerns that people have over the word doxing, and I understand where people are coming from that because they're coming from like a technical standpoint of like, well, it's not doxing, like nobody doxed her doctor, nobody like exposed information about her doctor that wasn't already public. And I understand where that's coming from, and I also think it's like an intentional diversion from what the issue is, which is that AMBERLYNN intentionally didn't say the name of her doctor on the internet, and people went and sought out that information. I don't care how big or small that was, okay? Like, my concern isn't whether or not, like, you know, if it went past, like, just looking towards anything. Like, the fact that people were trying to piece together little clues that they found in videos and piece together to, like, identify who it was like taking it further than I would. That's my whole point. And, you know, if it seemed like I was placing the blame on any one person, I'm not specifically just blaming the narc alert on this, okay? From everything, even what people were saying in my comments, I do still think that the narc alert took things too far, but also the narc alert is one person, okay? So when I'm saying that I feel like people took it too far, I'm saying collectively the people who were messaging Dr. Smith, who were trying to figure out that her doctor was Dr. Smith, this, that, the other, in my opinion, that's meddling in AMBERLYNN's life, and that's just unnecessary, all right? I understand the concerns and issues about using the word doxing, but I think once you move past the technicalities of AMBERLYNN saying doxing, then we can start talking about the real issues, which is that people were trying to expose what doctor she was going to, and that resulted in other people on the internet sending messages to her doctor. All right? Okay? So I just want to put that out there. I just want to be clear about that from my standpoint. I understand why all the linguists and definition purists of the world are concerned about the specific word doxing. I got it. I do still think it's an issue that people took it to the next level. All right. So yes, all of Dr. Smith's Instagram profile, website, clinic information that is in fact all public. Okay. I also still imagine in a lot of ways that Dr. Smith is used to people reaching out to his office with silly requests because he has much higher profile clients than AMBERLYNN Reid. You know, I don't necessarily buy that, like, you know, he switched his whole game plan up for her just based on messages he was getting from people. And at the same time, I still do believe that people were trying to meddle with AMBERLYNN's life like that because we've seen them do it multiple times. Okay? So I do want to say I understand the critiques about the use of the word doxing, but I think once you allow yourself to move past that, then we can start having a conversation about how the other behaviors and actions were still inappropriate. Sound good? I'm not going to argue with people about it, because I think I've said all that I have to say about it, but just one last time for everybody in the audience.
I don't want there to be any holes in the story or anything like that. So I feel like currently it's an ongoing discussion. I wasn't expecting it to be. Also just realized that my necklace is upside down.
I also feel like it doesn't have to be an ongoing discussion because, like, at this point, who is she trying to prove anything to? Which I guess the same can be said for me. I just would rather we all move on, honestly. I really would. I feel like I was prepared to move on and then she brought it up again, which is why I brought it up again. But I kind of wish we could all move on, to be honest with you.
And the second part of this is going to be a weigh-in. I am starting a new weight loss challenge.
Stunning.
Actually on day 4, so we're going to get a little bit into that. And then
inject that new weight loss challenge into my veins. I need it to move past Dr. Smith Gate. I need it to move past Dr. Smith Gate. I need to move on. Give me that good new weight loss challenge energy.
And we're going to have like a what I ate today segment. Buckle up. Let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about regarding this whole surgery situation.
Let's talk about it, I guess.
There was 2 reaction channels who doxed, and yes, I'm going to put doxed in quotations, and we'll talk about that later. There were 2 reaction channels that doxed my surgeon. It was Narc Alert and Kicking Geese, and I want to say that Kicking Geese actually messaged me privately on Instagram. It was a very long, thought out, and kind and genuine apology, and I just want to publicly tell her thank you because I also privately accepted her apology. I just appreciate someone who owns up to their shit. The next thing is,
this is also my thing because there's lots of people defending Narc Alert, and if that's the hill you want to die on, I'm not going to argue with you over the Narc Alert. I don't know that much about her, to be honest. I've not watched a lot of her content, to be honest with you. But I will say similarly, and I don't know why Justine/Kicking Geese felt the need to reach out to me in particular. I did used to, of all the reaction channels, I used to occasionally talk with Justine back in the day, and I actually really enjoyed watching her starch vlog. She had, like, separate from her Kicking Geese channel, she had a whole separate channel where she did a vlog where she just covered the like stuff she ate on the starch diet. Oh, I don't know if that's what it was called now. I can't remember what it was called, but basically she just ate a bunch of starch, and she's a vegan. And I loved watching those vlogs because I liked seeing what she was eating. And then she also would just like talked about the TV shows and stuff that she was watching at the time. But she reached out to me too and just expressed that like she felt like she was in the wrong as well. And I honestly, you know, I don't know why she specifically wanted to share that with me. I think because she knew that I was covering it, and I think she genuinely does feel really bad about her involvement in the situation. And so I just want to say that, like, you know, I think there's a world where even if Narc did something wrong, right? And if Justine feels like she did something wrong, like, that doesn't make them horrible people forever, right? Like, I think sometimes the thing that I get caught up in lately in this corner of the internet is that there's no ability for redemption sometimes for people ever. And I think Justine is somebody who is like actually a genuinely nice person from my interactions with her. And the vibe I got was that she also felt really bad for the role she played in that situation. And so I think it's just important to know that, like, people can make mistakes, and you can own up to said mistakes and move on.
There's a lot of people like debating back and forth. Like, is this really doxing or is it not doxing? And honestly, at this point, I don't really care what it's considered.
Sure.
What happened was
that's
my surgeon and my medical personal information was revealed, and it wasn't by my choice.
Well,
not only that, it was.
I think that's where she's gonna find herself fighting with people, because not by her choice is a thing that's part of this argument. You know, that's like what part of the argument is. Part of the argument is like the technical definition of doxing, and then I think the more fair part of the argument is that it seems to me that basically most of the information that the Narc even had about her doctor and her medical team was from her. Like, it sounds like to me, from what I understand of the situation, is that Narc took one email that AMBERLYNN shared in a video and used that email to determine who her doctor was or might be, and because of that went down this rabbit hole of finding out a way to request the seminar, partake in the same seminar that AMBERLYNN did, this, that, the other. So I think that AMBERLYNN's gonna find herself in a in a rough situation if she tries to argue that she didn't have anything to do with it, because honestly, like, some aspects of it did have to do with her. Like, she did share some specific details of her situation. And I don't know, like, part of me is like, well, she should be able to share whatever she wants about her situation without, you know, having to fear getting doxxed. But, like, I think most people who are on social media and are public figures know that, like, you have to be careful about what you put out there. And I think there probably were ways that she could have talked in general about her experience without, like, reading out an actual email she got from the clinic that she was going to, you know? So I don't know. There's lots there, and she's got to find herself in a rough spot if she wants to keep going back and forth with people about this, because that's a big part of why people feel very strongly that she was responsible for her own exposure.
It wasn't just the surgeon. It was the fact that my weight loss clinic was technically what I considered doxed online. Literally in Narc live stream, she literally said where I was going. Like, she said my weight loss clinic's name. I felt super violated, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't want people knowing the address of anywhere that I am or could be going to. I feel like it's unsafe, especially for someone who is in the public eye.
Yeah.
That information was personal and private to me.
I think that's another thing that, like, I don't know, maybe because I'm on the other side of this, right? Like, I'm in a public figure, on the public figure side of things. I think some people get caught up on this, like, idea that, you know, doxing is like, well, all of Dr. Smith's stuff is public, so, like, that's not doxing if like we already know, like he publicly posts his address. Sure, I get that. But then the thing is that people are sharing this knowing that that's a place that she goes, right? And so then you're potentially like exposing her to having to like run into people waiting there for her, things like that. Like very similar to me in the concept of FFG going to the marijuana dispensary that she knew that Chantal was at. So she basically went and exposed that that's where it was, and basically anybody in the area could potentially just go wait out there waiting for Chantal to come in the future. And it's just like, I don't know, I think those things are scary on the end of like, I'm a public figure, I don't want to show up somewhere and there be somebody waiting for me from the internet, you know? I think that's scary, and I think that's the part of this that's like, sure, that's public information, but it's not like she was advertising to people, I'm going to this doctor because of this very thing. Does that make sense? I don't know. There's nuance here, and I just think that most people can probably understand the nuance of like, yes, AMBERLYNN should have been more thoughtful about what she shared, and also, like, we don't need to be showing up. Or, like, not showing up. We don't need to be going out of our way to try to figure out who her doctor is and or tell the internet about it. And also, the other thing is like, I know for a fact that the Narc Alert was not the only one that was talking about this. There were other forums. There were other places on the internet it was being discussed, and a lot of the energy is being given just to Narc Alert. So that's why I also clarified at the beginning, like, you know, this isn't just about Narc Alert. But AMBERLYNN does make it just about Narc Alert.
So I should be able to say, like, okay, I want this information to be revealed versus not revealed. That was, like, purely my decision.
Sure.
And that was completely taken from me. I know for 100% fact, if the roles were reversed and I did what Narc Alert did, there would be an outrage.
I do.
So I'm also hearing the argument of,
I do also agree with that. I think if AMBERLYNN did something like this, like, there would be very little empathy for her.
Like, he's a celebrity. He wants to be found. He wasn't doxxed. He has a public Instagram, like, yada, yada, yada. Yes, he is on a TV show, but I think people are missing the point. Just because he's on TV and he's well known, it doesn't mean that he wants people to be sharing who his patients are without either of our consent.
Sure.
So another question I'm getting is, did you lie about your surgeon before or after the Narc Alert shared who your surgeon was? So
this is my whole point, because the only reason that I even was like, the thing that she, and I don't want to over-explain this. I know that some people are like, Zach, you always over-explain, but the reason that she was even upset with me is because I pointed out an inconsistency in her lies, because about the location. I pointed out the inconsistency of where she was going, because she originally said she had to go out of state, and then in a vlog, she showed herself staying in state, apparently, seemingly, right? And so that's what she got mad at me about, and she said that I was only exposing that lie because I knew that Dr. Smith was her doctor. But I was going off of stuff that I remembered her saying before she even told me that Dr. Smith was her doctor. So I'm just like, I think she had started lying way before Dr. Smith was ever exposed. But I don't know the specific timeline.
I'm going to try my very hardest to explain the timeline, because I know a lot of people were like, AMBERLYNN, you were lying about the surgeon, like, even before she did that.
Right.
No, I wasn't. So I was doing Vlogmas, and on December 6th, I uploaded a video talking about the seminar. That very same day is when the Narc Alert went on live stream and doxed him. I didn't find out until one day later, on December 7th, that it happened. I remember it like it was yesterday. I instantly went to fight or flight mode. I got really scared. I was like, oh no. So if you go back on December 8th, I uploaded a vlog where I reveal my surgeon is out of state. Because that is where my lies began. Because that is the day I found out, oh fuck, people know who he is. I wasn't going to lie about anything. I simply just wasn't going to share certain information. It was the craziest feeling, because I literally
it's possible that's the timeline then. But either way, for me, my story remains the same. I I was comparing, I found out about Dr. Smith way after December, whatever it was that she just said. I didn't know it was Dr. Smith for sure until she messaged me in February, which is interesting because I feel like she said that when she was talking to me, and granted, like, maybe she just was speaking generally then whenever she was talking to me. I'm going to pull up the DMs just to see. Because I thought she said that Narc-alert and Kicking Geese had done it a month ago, but maybe she said months ago. Let me go to the part where she talked about them, because that's what I have questions about. Okay, when she first messaged me about Dr. Smith, February 8th, 2023, the part that she said about Narc-alert and Kicking Geese, she said, Narc-alert and Kicking Geese completely doxed him about a month ago. About a month ago. So this is why I'm confused about my timeline here, okay? Because she said that Dr. Smith and Narc-alert, it was about a month ago, and that was on February 8th. So she was implying then that in January. But I guess she did say about. So maybe in her head it might have felt like a month ago, and it was really 2 months ago. I don't know. Either way, for me, my story remains the same. From the beginning of her talking about this weight loss surgeon situation type of deal, to the part where I called her out for lying about the location, to me, I never knew about Dr. Smith, and she had started the lie, and then I called her out about the lie later. And so that's why I'm just like, to me, you've been lying about it the whole time. I didn't realize that allegedly the Narc-alert exposed her the day that she announced that she was doing weight loss surgery, or the day that she announced that she did the seminar or whatever. I don't know. This is all, like, why are we still talking about this?
Like, I had to lie in that very moment to protect myself, to steer people away from Dr. Smith. I didn't want people to know what weight loss clinic I was going to be at. I didn't want people to know any of that information, because that is somewhere where I was going to be attending, somewhere I was going to be going a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Know, which I have not shared this story yet, and that's something that I do want to do with you guys. I had a stalker when I lived in Kentucky. Stuff like that just isn't okay to just reveal someone's place of doctor. Like, how, like, people are just, like, missing the point, and that's, like, really hard for me to, like, wrap my head around. I feel like...
I do agree that people are missing the point about that. Like, I think common sense says that if AMBERLYNN is not sharing who her doctor is specifically, then she probably doesn't want people to know. That to me is what common sense says. I mean, maybe that's also coming from, like, well, no, that's just common sense to me.
I feel like a lot of my audience, like, get it and understand, and they're like, AMBERLYNN, you have every right to feel this way, but there are so many reaction channels and people who have large audiences who are like, actually, what Narc-alert did is totally fine. It's like spreading that type of information is validating what Narc-alert did. Instead of trying to fix the problem to prevent this from happening to me again or other people in the future.
I gotta tell you, I genuinely hate that I agree with her about these things, if only because anytime I agree with her, people think that I'm just, like, trying to protect AMBERLYNN and that I have some kind of, like, deals with her in cahoots and things like that. I promise you, this has nothing to do with me trying to protect her and everything to do with, like, these are just my principles. Like, well, to be fair, I have vaguely talked about going to the doctor recently. I've not shared nearly the information that AMBERLYNN has about it, but I have vaguely talked about it, and if people tried to start piecing together and somehow figured out who my doctor was based on some vague thing that I said, I would also be very upset if somebody tried to expose me like that. Now, I don't think they will, because I'm not out here reading emails that my doctor's office has sent me. But, you know, I would genuinely be upset about that. And I try to separate it from anything about AMBERLYNN and everything about just how I feel like public social media people should be treated in general, you know?
I have noticed is that Narc-alert is trying to say a lot of AMBERLYNN showed so many clues. That's why it was so easy for me to figure out. But everything she's saying and everything I'm saying, we can all fact check that. When she revealed who my surgeon was and where my weight loss clinic was on December 6th, at that point, anything prior before that I didn't say a single thing about the surgeon, about the clinic, nothing. It was all me just talking about how I wanted weight loss surgery, and that was only a week of me saying, oh, I'm gonna contact a weight loss surgery place, blah, 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 blah. There's no possible way that she figured it out based on clues because I said nothing to indicate any surgeon. So there is
that isn't true, because you just said moments ago that she did it on the same day that you said you went to the seminar and that you read out an email or whatever, right? Or am I... And now I feel like gaslit, because I'm like, did she not just say that? Like, are those not the clues? Are those not the clues? Like, I remember her sharing. I remember just from my own personal, regardless of what she said, regardless of what Narc said, I do remember her sharing emails and stuff that she got from the weight loss clinic. So, like, am I being gaslit right now? I'm just so sick of this. I'm so sick of this conversation. I'm so sick of it.
Clip of me floating around where I talk about, my surgeon has 2 robots instead of just 1. People keep using that clip as a way to justify Narc doxing my surgeon. But the funny part is, she doxed him December 6th. That clip, me talking about 2 robots, January 31st. That is a 2-month difference. So that clip that's floating around has nothing to do with what Narc did.
Okay, well, even if... Can we just say, even if that clip had nothing to do with it, this just continues to prove, though, how ignorant you are when it comes to, like, sharing things about your doctor. It really does. And, like, how you didn't, like, you're like, well, I lied. I justify all my lies because I needed to do it. Great. Yeah, I agree. It makes sense to lie about these things, but you were bad at lying about it. You're bad at, why would you reveal such specific information about your doctor? And like, when we talk about clues, like, okay, maybe Narc figured it out a month before, 2 months before, but like, how many more people found out and confirmed because you just suck at lying? Because you're so shitty at lying. Oh, God, this is an exhausting conversation. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to keep drinking my little fishbowl.
I just feel like there's a lot of like inconsistencies in what Narc is saying.
There's a lot of inconsistencies in what you had to say about your weight loss surgeon, too. So, like, let's just... call it a draw. Let's call it a draw. People don't expose things about her in the future. And let's just move on and learn from this. Everybody learn from this. Everybody please learn from this. I beg of you. Everybody. AMBERLYNN, Narc, the people in both of those people's audiences, the people of my audience, everybody just learn from it. Just learn from... There's so many things we all could have done to not end up in this situation. And yet here we are. And yet here we are. And yet here we are. I'm only 6 minutes into this, and I've been filming for 30 minutes, and there are 10 minutes left of this goddamn video. Probably mostly my fault, but I'm losing my mind.
Continuously tries to justify what she did, and if I can clear it up, then I'm going to. For the longest time, I felt silenced in a lot of situations on my channel, and I'm just like not gonna do that to myself anymore.
Were you silenced or were you silent? Sorry, just always think about that Oprah clip whenever that comes up. You remember back in the day when she kept talking about how she felt silenced in regards to like Beck, and how she felt like she couldn't speak to her experiences about Beck, even though she fully did all the time.
Things that I won't bring up, I won't talk about, but I have a voice, and I will use it at this point. Whether people want to believe me or support me or whatever.
Women's stories matter. They just do.
Women's stories matter. Yeah. Right. They just matter.
I know that my feelings and the way that I feel regarding this whole thing is completely validated. Okay. But for now, I think I am done talking about it in this video.
Thank
but
God.
If you have some more questions, whatever it may be, let me know. Answer them for you
don't
guys.
take any.
Okay, so the next thing
don't take any more questions, please. Please stop taking questions about it. I'm begging you. I'm begging you.
talk about is my new weight loss challenge that I want to do. I love a challenge. You guys know that I don't succeed in them very much.
Sure,
but I
sure the
recently
fuck
reached
don't.
a goal, $4.99, that I really wanted to reach, and I was successful in that. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I just feel different in my brain and just the way that I think. And I feel like I really can be successful in this challenge. So
it just feels different. This time it's different. This challenge is different than all the other challenges I've ever challenged. Like, I feel so defeated. Even the dopamine I thought I'd get from a new weight loss challenge is not doing it for me right now.
So it's actually pretty easy if you guys want to do it with me.
I know.
I simply want to see how many days it takes me to get to 450 pounds. I'm a girly pop who loves numbers, so I love counting days, and I will be...
I'm a girly pop that loves numbers. In what ways do you love numbers? In what ways? Also, is the challenge that I'm also supposed to get to 450 pounds? Because that's a whole different challenge for me. I'm going to have to start eating a shit ton of food.
I'm doing daily weigh-ins for myself.
Not the daily weigh-ins.
I noticed that when I do daily weigh-ins, I am more focused and aware on what foods maybe make me retain water or help me lose water weight, or just the amount of calories and the type of foods I'm eating. I want to know, does my body agree with this or does it not? Because
the way on any given day she could think that daily weigh-ins are helpful to her and that daily weigh-ins aren't helpful for her, it's just so wild to me. It's just so wild to me. Like, literally, I think it just depends on how she wakes up in the morning and what she's feeling that day. Because I've heard her make all kinds of justifications about why daily weigh-ins are bad for her, too. And I'm sick of it.
Everybody is different. So I don't know if I'm actually going to show on YouTube all the daily weigh-ins, but I'm definitely going to be doing them for myself. I did film the first 4 daily weigh-ins, so I will share that with you guys at the end of this. But what I'm doing to lose weight is I'm actually counting calories again. It's literally because I have to be aware of truly how much I am eating, because sometimes I could eat something and feel very dainty, wow, that was a great meal, etc., and it was easily 700 calories. It's when I'm not aware of those things, sometimes it can get messy. So I need to be aware. I need to measure my food. I need to take it more seriously, because
we're
at that point now, because I used this whole beginning of 2024 as a way of intuitive eating, making better choices, let's cook more at home, when you go to the grocery store, have that grocery list so you are prepared. So I've spent almost 3 months doing that.
I love how she just said she has to have a grocery list to go to the grocery store, as if her grocery haul isn't the exact same thing every single time that she goes to the grocery store. It's random assortment of weird veggies, sour cream, and a ranch seasoning packet to make sour cream ranch dipping sauce, cottage cheese, mustard, 7 Amy's frozen dinners, or the Annie's. Either way. It's just and the Gatorade. You can't forget the Gatorade and the diet soda. Girl, please be fucking serious.
And it has felt really good, and I have lost weight. I'm actually succeeding in that.
Congratulations.
Gaining. So now I just feel it's time to step it up a notch. So
Let's
I am
go.
counting calories on MyFitnessPal. My goal is to stay below 2,000. I don't ever want to go even near 2,000. So if we can stay in the 1,800 area, that's
great.
Good for me. So right here, I'm actually going to put my 4 weigh-ins.
Let's go.
So you guys can see how I did. So here they are.
Can't wait.
Guys, so here is to day 1. Let's do it.
Hello.
It's fucking ready.
All right, moment of truth. Stepping on.
499.8 pounds.
Oh, 499.8. Okay, queen.
Not
You guys,
okay,
day 2,
queen.
and I already turned on my scale.
Queen of what?
It's on now.
497.4.
Okay, queen.
497.4. Yesterday, I only ate 1,600 calories.
Uh-huh.
So that definitely explains it. Okay, you guys. Day 3.
Is the lighting brighter?
Oh, before I do, yesterday I had about 1,800 calories.
Okay.
All right, so let's see.
Let's see it, Diva.
It's ready.
Alright, stepping on.
495.8 pounds.
Okay, queen.
$4.95. Okay, $4.95.
Okay, queen.
That is exciting. $4.80s.
Queen of losing
I'm happy
weight.
for you. Okay, you guys. So today is day 4.
Oh, it's
Yesterday
darker
I ate
again.
Around like in the 1800s of calories. All right, let's do it.
Hello. It's ready.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, stepping on.
Step on.
494.6.
Okay, queen.
4.6. Okay. I'm still losing.
We're
That was
losing.
definitely like a smaller loss than the day before or the day before, but that's okay. So as you can see, I am being successful. I've lost 5.2 pounds.
Work, diva.
I'm
Let's keep it
literally
up.
only on day 4. Like, hi, queen. So now in
Hey,
this next
queen.
segment, I filmed yesterday what I ate today because I kind of wanted to give you guys an example of like how I'm eating. Honestly, you guys, my goal is to just eat at home, regardless of what
Great.
it is for the most part. The only time I want to eat like restaurant food or whatever it may be is when I'm outside of my home. Because I find that ordering takeout has just been my go-to for so many years, and I really want to get out of that. Like ordering my food on Uber and having them deliver it to me. I don't do that.
This is the same as the daily weigh-in conversation. Depending on the day, it's just like her feelings about if takeout is good or bad for her just changes. Just absolutely changes. There have been so many times that I've come on here and listened to her justify that it's better to eat takeout than to restrict herself from takeout, and that it's fine as long as she's ordering good takeout, this, that, the other. And then there's so many times like this where I log on here and listen to her talk about how takeout isn't good for her weight loss and she shouldn't do it and she should really try not to. I think I'm getting a migraine, if I'm being honest. I kind of woke up with a headache today, so maybe it's not related to AMBERLYNN, but oh my god.
I am okay with going out with my mom or going out with friends or whatever it may be.
Friends.
And eating at restaurants or whatever, because that's not something I do every single day. Whereas, like, I was ordering takeout, like, every single day.
Oh,
like,
we know, girl.
I will say that since I have lived in Oklahoma, that has lessened a lot. And as time went on, especially in 2024, in these last 3 months, like, I don't order takeout as much as I used to at all. Okay, you guys, so here is the first thing I am having today.
Is that coffee?
It is just coffee, and it is 45 calories. So I will show you exactly what I use to put in my coffee. So for my coffee, it's 10 calories for a serving. I use the Zero Sugar French Vanilla Coffee Mate Creamer, which is also 10 calories a serving, but I use a few servings of this. So yeah, that's where the calories come from in my coffee. Okay, you guys, so for my first meal, I'm making some corned beef hash, which I have been loving lately. It is really so good. Also, I'm going to be having some...
I was like, canned meat. Okay, queen. Okay, I will say, I don't eat corned beef hash a lot, but Noel does love it. But it's usually something we only... I say we, I don't order it. It's usually something that Noel only orders, like, when we're at, like, a breakfast diner type of place. It's not like we're buying canned corned beef at home. But you know what? More power to you, diva. Eat that canned meat. Let's fucking go.
My eggs. Okay, so here it is complete. The corned beef hash is 340 calories. And then here is 2 scrambled eggs, which is 140. So for my first meal is 480 calories. So a lot of people are like, AMBERLYNN, why do you cook your eggs literally until they're like so cooked you just literally can't cook them any longer?
I love a lot of people think. I mean, maybe a lot of people are saying it, but that's certainly something I've said, because those eggs look fucking tortured. A lot of people, let me use her phrase, a lot of people in my comments say that it's because of her egg intolerance, which that is a thing. Sometimes your body reacts to foods differently depending on how they're cooked. So I'm willing to let her eat her murdered ass, dry ass eggs.
As you guys know, I have an egg intolerance, so the longer I cook the egg, the less likely I will feel sick.
There you go.
So if my scrambled eggs are cooked, like cooked, I'm not going to feel sick at all. But the other day I made a fried egg.
I'm glad you don't feel sick, because I kind of feel sick just looking at it, to be honest with you.
The yolk was still a little, yolky, how people like it, how I enjoy it, but it made me feel awful.
Oh, that's
like, I
too
felt
bad.
like I had the flu for a solid 3 hours. It did not feel good. Plus, you know what? I prefer my eggs like this anyways. It just tastes good. So with my first meal, I'm having the sparkling ice in cherry limeade. I am not really a sparkling water girly, but I will say that this brand is my all-time favorite. So it is time for my next meal.
I always love when she's like, I'm not a this girly, I'm not a that girly, but then continues to eat or drink it anyways. Like, nobody's forcing you to drink sparkling water. Like, if you're not a sparkling water girly, then you don't have to drink that. Have you tried regular water? I mean, mine's empty, but have you? Have we just considered that? I mean, I am a sparkling water girly. I do love the occasional sparkling water. I'm also a TikTok water girly. I love the little drink packets. Actually, my friend who got me that fishbowl packet, she also got me this little box of Starburst all pink strawberry drink mix. I gotta try that. I haven't tried those yet. So I mean, like, I'm just saying, though, that if you're not a TikTok water girly, you don't have to get these packets. If you're not a sparkling water girly, you don't gotta get the sparkling water. Anyways, look at this shepherd's pie. I do love a shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie made the right way, by somebody who really knows what the fuck they're doing. That shit is so good.
Goal is to just not order takeout while I'm at home and just stay under my calories. Well, I saw this in the frozen aisle. I know that Chef Ramsay here made frozen food. So I was like, oh my god, I love shepherd's pie, so I gotta try this.
Let's go.
It is only 490 calories, so I currently have it warming up in the microwave now, so I'll show you when it's done.
Can't wait.
Honestly, it smells delicious.
Might smell delicious, but looks like fucking dog food.
And it looks really good in my opinion.
Look,
I will let you guys know what...
That looks really good in your opinion? Okay, diva.
I think afterwards, and with this, I will be drinking this water.
Come on, water. Come on, regular water.
Update on this, I liked it a lot. Flavor-wise, I give this a good, 9 out of 10. I did mix it all up though, which I should have showed you guys. And the texture looked weird, but it didn't feel weird in my mouth. I am a texture girly, so that's highly important to me. Will I get this again? Yes. But it's not something that I will get frequently, because I know it's not the greatest for me, but it was good. Okay, you guys, so it is my next meal, and this is 614 calories.
Can we eat anything that looks appetizing? I mean, of all the things, maybe this looks the most appetizing, but is there anything appetizing we can eat, period? I just healthy food does not have to look miserable.
So we have some salmon that I cooked in the air fryer, some jalapenos. I love having jalapenos with this meal. I don't know why, but it's so good. We have some jasmine rice with a little bit of soy sauce, sriracha, and broccoli. So with this meal, I'm going to have a sun-kissed orange.
Yes,
zero
the
sugar.
diet soda.
Okay, you guys. So it is my last meal, and I wanted something sweet. So I got these bagel thins, which are only 110 calories, while a regular bagel is over 200. So I like that it's calories are pretty much cut in half. And then I'm going to be having a serving of cream cheese, which is 80 calories. And then this is 10 calories, and I'm having 2 servings of it. It's sugar-free strawberry preserves.
Okay.
So it's pretty simple. I just set the object on here, and I see that a serving is 17 grams. So I just take out how much I want. So I used 2 servings, so that was 34 grams. So I took out negative
Math diva.
grams.
She did say she was a numbers girl. She's a numbers girly, a texture girly. She's not a sparkling water girly.
And then literally I just did the same process with the cream cheese. It makes it so much easier. So this is actually what it looks like. I know it doesn't look the greatest. I mean, I think it looks kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie.
It's honestly the only thing that doesn't look appetizing is these preserves. Why do they look like neon red? That's not even what they look like in the jar, or from like looking at the jar. That is not what I anticipated it looking like. But here we go. Here we go. It's on with the theme of everything you've eaten today looking unappetizing. So you're doing great.
Maybe I'm just being biased, but this is delicious. It's such a great snack. And then with
More
it,
water.
I'm having water.
Work.
Okay, so that was a full day of eating, and I want to say the whole day I felt very satisfied. I was fine.
Stunning.
I didn't feel hungry.
Absolutely
So that was a
stunning.
total of 1,839 calories. I don't pay much attention to nutrition. It's kind of fun. You can actually...
No shit, Sherlock. No shit, Sherlock. Damn. Thanks for clarifying, though.
For the MyFitnessPal Premium, so you can see it all, which I do that. So just some like random facts from that is like my goal for protein was 85, but I had 89 protein.
Wow.
My goal for carbs was like
Protein
213, but I had 164. I'm still able to eat things like rice and stuff like that without my carbs being like 400. Like, trust me, when I'm not on track, my carbs is probably like upwards of like the
My
400s.
carbs
Like,
is...
let's be real. But yeah, I just feel really good, and I will keep you guys updated on this for sure. Like, I just cannot wait to continue losing
Let's
weight.
go.
Because how good I feel now, I literally can't even
Let's
imagine
go.
how I'm gonna feel when I reach that goal of 450. And then I reach
so
my next
true.
goal. And then I reach my next goal. Like, I just want to be a goal crusher. I'm gonna be a goal crusher girly pop. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
In addition to all the types
Hey
of...
guys.
Oh my god, I did not mean to start it over again. And all of the other types of girly she is, she's also a girl crush... Girl crush? I can't talk! My brain is broken. She's a goal crush girly pop. On top of being a numbers girl, on top of not being a meat girl, a sparkling water girl. Here we are. Here we are. I feel like I lost my mind a little bit today. I don't know if that's Amber's fault entirely or just me, but here we are. Here we are, divas. That's all I got. That's all I have. So thanks so much for hanging out and tuning in. If you're tired of AMBERLYNN, make sure to go check out all the other things I mentioned at the beginning of this video. And if you liked the video today, then subscribe. Click the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I love you all so much, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!